I can imagine that many of us are really bothered by just repeating again and again the same old patterns. For example, we want to find a nice relationship, and for some reason we find people who are not really fitting our energies, or we stay alone for ages. Or we want to save some money and buy ourselves, for example, a car or something else. But for some reason, always when you have some money, then there is a bill or something else which causes the money to be spread, and we stay without any money, right? Why do we always repeat many patterns? One of the reasons is that we have, let's say, ancestor patterns and ancestor energies within us, that are just repeated until we finally can solve them. An example for ancestor patterns is that, we have always, let's say, difficult relationships where at the beginning everything is perfect, but after 2-3 months, half a year, after 1 year, things start to get really difficult. And for some reason we try and try to solve that problem, but nothing really helps. Or we want to become successful in our work, but for some reason nothing really can help us to become successful and to express our potential. And many times things just come from our past, not even from ourselves, but they are inherited from generation to generation, right? And maybe we are the ones who have the power to finally solve it. Since 2014, I have been working as a spiritual psychologist, life and personality coach, as a shaman, and as an energetic healer. And I really can say that many problems, many topics with which my clients come to me are from their ancestors. And it's really crazy how, let's say, these topics influence their lives. For example, I have a lady with whom I work, and she's 25 years old, and she has been alone, let's say, forever. She always wanted to find a boyfriend, but so far she had only one. And she's a beautiful lady, and she really tries to meet people and goes out, but nothing. And now she has met someone, and there were some interesting interactions, but for some reason, he said that he doesn't want to stay, let's say, close to her. He wants only a friendship. For her, it was really hurting, as you can imagine. However, a part of her was quite stable thanks to our work, but the other part was really painful. So we checked that painful part, and we found out that he repeated the pattern of her father. It means that she, as a child, she felt very emotionally distant to her father because he was never present. When she was 1 year old, he went away and left the family alone for many reasons. However, she felt abandoned, she felt rejected, she felt unloved, and her energetic fields learned that there is no man who is taking care of her. So the result is that she has stayed alone for ages, or has attracted just temporary relationships or something like that, but no one who is able to stay. And she felt again rejected by this guy because, he wasn't able to stay. And now my task is to continue the work with this lady to really transform the old energies, to finally create new energies that a man can stay with her, right? So this is one example. Another example is when, for example, there's like an ancestor topic of financial problems right now, but the topic comes from the past. For example, I have a lady and she has always like difficulties with money, even though she has a really good well-paid job, right? But for some reason, at the end of the month, she is on zero. And then we checked that and we found out that in the past, I think her grandma or the mother of her grandmother, whatever, they had a lot of money, but for some reason they lost it. I don't know why. However, the feeling of having no money is still in the energetic field. And this feeling, this energy was inherited from generation to generation to my client, right? And now she has the possibility to solve it. And we will work on that to really solve it. Now it's already a bit better because we've realized that and we've worked on that energetically. And I can really imagine that in 1 or 2 months it will be fine. And the same thing with me. Yeah, like my mother, she was married 3 times and now she's divorced. Her mother was also married 3 times and end up with a divorce. And the same thing back, at least they were not or unhappy in their relationships or divorced. But no one was happy in my ancestor line, be it from the father line or the mother line, right? And now in this lifetime, I had also a lot of relationship problems thanks to my ancestors, and I decided to solve them. And guess what? Now I'm really happy for more than 5 years in a really happy relationship. And I can really say I'm so glad that I solved my ancestor topics, right? So we have the power to solve it. However, it's really important to first understand that there's something that we need to solve and to know that we can solve it. It's possible to solve it. Yeah, since 2014, I have been working with people also with these topics. And of course, sometimes it's faster, sometimes it can take 1 or 2 months, maybe. 1 or 2 months is long when you work energetically. Usually it's faster. And I can really say if a person really wants to solve it, it's a possibility. Yeah, it's really possible to solve it and to be free of them. Yeah, so the first thing is to realize that there is something. And the second thing is to know that you can solve it, right? To really feel the willpower that you really want to be free. Yeah, and afterwards there are some energetic steps that you can use to solve these things to become free. And in this video, I just wanted to provide you some inputs and some points of view and perspectives how an ancestor topic can look like and what's important as a first step to solve it, right? And in the following videos, I will tell more about energetic methods and input how you can really practically solve it, which steps you need to take, right? And I'm really happy if you give me some inputs and questions, which I can answer in the following videos. And if you want to know more about ancestor topics, about how you can solve the past, I can recommend you my first book, Don't Let Your Past Destroy Your Future. You will find the link below the video. And in this book, I write about emotional issues, about ancestor topics. I share a lot of exercises which you can really use to become free of your past and create a new present and a new future. It's up to you. So I thank you for watching this video and hopefully see you soon.